Green goldfish are the little things that can make a big difference in establishing culture. Let's look at a company that leveraged the concept of a green goldfish. Years ago, HCL Technologies needed a transformational change. New CEO Vineet Nayar decided to make a statement. He set out a new strategy: employees first, customers second. Vineet understood the importance of interactions between frontline employees and the customer. He called these 24 inches the value zone. He drew inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi and his famous Dandi March. Gandhi walked to the sea to make salt in order to protest the British government and their monopoly on salt. This small action ignited change, becoming a catalyst that led to a large-scale uprising. Nayar knew he needed actions and not just words. One of his green goldfish changes he made on the journey was an online forum called You and I. Employees could ask any question to the senior team at HCL. It was an open site where everyone could see the question, the questioner, and the answer. Employees responded favorably, as noted by this comment. This is the biggest change we've ever seen at HCL in years. Now we have a management team that is willing to acknowledge the dirt. Why open the window of information? Vineet uses the analogy of an Amsterdam window. Having previously lived myself in Amsterdam, I can attest that their windows are immense. They're a throwback to the modest Calvinist period where subtle expressions of wealth, such as being able to afford to pay the highest window tax, were favored by the rich. In words of writer Joanna Tweedy, today the century-old glass, beautifully imperfect, frames the olive green waters outside and lets the natural light and the eyes of curious tourists peer in. While visiting Amsterdam, Vineet pointed out the windows and asked his friend who owned a canal house, "Why so large?" His friend mentioned all the obvious reasons like letting the light in and enjoying the view of the canal, but then offered a more interesting answer. It keeps the house clean. It turns out the bigger your windows are, the more glass you have, the more visible your dirt is to you and everyone who visits or passes by. In Vineet's words, if you can see the dirt, you'll be much more likely to get rid of it. A transparent house has a dramatic effect on the culture inside. It turns out of the 75 possible drivers of employee engagement, the one that's rated the most important is the extent to which employees believe that their senior management had a sincere interest in their well-being. Transparency is key to engaging employees and winning trust.